Yep. What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Gotti on the Gotti's World podcast. And this episode here is going to be a good one, boy. I got a young bull up in here. I'm talking about, man, the swag is on 1,000, baby. The swag is on 1,000, man. Like I felt a special place in my heart for this one here, man.
Appreciate it.
Because of the art. Also, I got put on to you by shout out to my girl Miss Hip Hop. She put me on to you, and man, I've been jamming to some of your shit, man, and it's been heavy. But I want to introduce my boy, Cash Kai.
Yo,
What's going on, cuz?
Yo, what's good, Gotti?
How you
What's
feel,
good,
cuz?
baby?
How you feel, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm just glad to be here.
Gucci down to the socks?
Hey, man, I ain't got on no socks. The class though, I ain't got on no socks. But if I did, they would be Gucci. Though.
I ain't mad at you. But bruh, let me just tell you how this podcast goes. It's up and down. I'm a random nigga, so the questions can go anywhere. So I want you to be alert. I want you to be you at the end of the day, bruh. I want my people to know who you are and what you about. Plain Jane.
Hey, let's do that.
All right.
Like me.
All right, let's
So
do
we
it
can
then.
do it.
All right, how we gonna kick it off is I want to know where you from.
So I'm originally from Clearwater, Florida. So
Okay.
me and all my family from. That's where like all my siblings at now.
Right?
My daddy's side of the family, that's where we always at. So that's where I started out at, and then moved up to Illinois by the time I started going to school. So I've been in the south suburb. I stayed in the city for not long, maybe like a year or two.
Mm-hmm.
I don't exactly remember because I was young, but it
Right.
wasn't long. And then we've been in the south suburbs ever since. So I've been out
Okay.
here, then between back and forth. But now I'm back and forth between here and like Tampa, Florida.
Okay. So you go back there often.
Yep, often, super often.
Now that you say that you don't have the full Chicago aura.
Yeah,
You got something else which makes sense.
that's what people be telling me.
Yeah, it'd be like, bro, where you from? You know, that's why I had to ask that.
It's like an even 50-50 split.
Yes, sir. Describe your upbringing as a kid.
My upbringing as a kid, I was the youngest kid.
How many siblings?
3 brothers, 3 sisters. So I got 6 siblings.
Damn.
The youngest. Yep, the youngest is 6. So, I mean, I just grew up playing sports, being the youngest kid. I was always outspoken, always stood on whatever I wanted to do. And being the youngest, I was glad, like in my household, I had a voice. I know
Mhm.
a lot of times, like when you the youngest in the household, you could get swallowed up, especially when your
Exactly,
siblings like so much older. Because my oldest sister, like 31.
Okay.
So it's like from 31 to I'm 24, turning 25 this year. So,
Okay.
I mean, I always had a voice, so that was good. Like, they ain't kicked me over, pushed me over. They always took care of me. I was always the little brother on the scene, hanging out with the older kids. That's how I kind of got my style and everything, because all my brothers is older, and they all in fashion. Started with my mom, though. Really, my mom.
So
She
the
cold.
OG got
My
swag.
OG really cold. So that's why it's like it trickled down to us. So it's like it's even to the point where now like we texting back and forth. She getting a mall, she getting some, or I'm getting some of my brothers. Like it's like a friendly competition between everybody because we just like clothes a lot.
Right.
So it was just all about sports. They was on us heavy about school. If school wasn't there, nothing else was going on. Just
Okay.
sports, school, and fashion really coming up. That's what I was really interested in. Like I had a big interest in music, but I didn't really start making music till I was older.
So, out of all things, why rap? Out of everything that you could be doing, bruh, even the fashion, the schooling, why rap?
It's just like it's the one avenue where I feel like I could totally be myself 100% of the time, and I don't have to answer to nobody. And that's where I feel like where I'm at with things now, I just want to be able to express myself and put everything that I got out content-wise, just everything I want to be able to do. I know, like, in this life, everything is structured. Of course, I move structured. You got to move structured. You got to have rules and morals.
No doubt.
But I don't like in that work environment, I don't just like a person to be over me heavy. And it's just like every other avenue that I dabbled in, like, that was the case. Like, I played ball coming up. It's like going through high school, going to college, being recruited. But it's still, like, so many other variables into actually getting to that game day that a lot of people don't see behind the scenes. Then the same thing with college. I got a degree in business. You go to college, get a degree. Getting that initial job right after college and make whatever you think you're gonna be making. It's not all sweet like you thought it was.
It ain't.
Like everything, but that's what I'm finding out with everything. But in music, everything that I gained from it so far, it was what I thought it was. I was getting out of it exactly what I put into it. So I just once I like dip my toe in it, I love how it felt. So I just cannonballed into that motherfucker.
So you like the freedom.
Yeah.
You like that freedom, the aspect.
Yeah, the freedom and the freedom and the creative freedom as well. Yes. To not have somebody telling me like, because I worked a lot of jobs like working in management. That kind of feels like it's only so much I could do because at the end of the day, somebody else is the CEO of that company. So it's just like, even I got management, I got power at my job, I have pull to do whatever, this and that. It's just still something like if I see something that needs to be done and they not on board with that, is I got to go from one step to the next step. I'm not going straight to corporate, but with this, if I put something down that I don't like it, I'm just going to go it over, redo it. And it's just that I just gravitated to it, and then I just like the feeling of it. So that's where I'm at with it now.
I fuck with it. You said you played ball?
Yeah.
And you said you got a degree?
Yep.
Nigga.
Yeah, I played 2 sports in college. I ran track and played football.
Okay. All right, so you're a fast nigga.
Yeah.
That's where all the slim shit comes from.
Yep.
Okay. I'm trying to slim down myself, brother. It's all good.
Speed. That's what the speed. That's what I always say. If you know somebody fast, look at their ankles.
Get the fuck.
I'm telling you, look at their ankles. Look at that fast people got them ankles. It's gonna be skinny, narrow at the bottom of that calf. Look at Allen Iverson ankles. Look at his legs.
Okay.
Even look at Jordan and Kobe. They might be strong, or even LeBron up top, but as you getting down to that leg, that is gonna get narrow and skinny on that ankle.
This nigga gonna have me
twitch.
You gonna have me looking at people's ankles and shit. Hey, oh man,
a real ball player is like little tricks, you know.
Now let's get into this project.
Let's do it.
Instant gratification.
Yeah, instant gratification.
What are the title? How did you come up with that title, cuz?
So I came up with the title. Right now, what I'm at with like my creative space. It's like a trilogy with my mixtapes right now.
Okay.
So Cash Kai was the intro to me. So it was self-titled. My name Cash Kai. So the second tape in the trilogy will be Instant Gratification, because it's continuing like that money like type of thing, because my name Cash Kai.
Right.
And I feel like from developing from my first tape to the second tape, like that's the gratification I needed. Like, okay, like I put my music out there. It got receptive well. People liked it a lot. I mean, I liked it regardless, but it's just that affirmation. Like when you know, like, of course, when you do something, you're going to think it's good. When you just see that overwhelming reaction from other people, it just make you feel good, make you want to keep going more. Like it bring adrenaline to you, like it was in sports. So it's just like all of that coupled in with me, like just putting everything together. I feel like I'm in the right space. I'm going in the right direction. Like I got that gratification. And it's instant, like a paycheck. Like that's how it came to me. I woke up, it was instant gratification. I'm like, all right, bet. That's the name of the second tape.
I like that. I dig that shit. Now you said which it dropped today.
Yeah.
So y'all need to check that out.
Definitely.
Cause that shit epic.
All platforms.
All platforms.
All of them. We on that.
Now you said the reception was good. I did see a lot of reposts and things like that, but far as the reception from like family, things like that, how is that? What did they
reception from family, it's kind of funny.
Friends as well,
yeah. So artistically, like I don't know, like my whole life I always value people's opinions, but I always took it like with a grain of salt, if that makes sense. Okay. Because I know,
as you should.
Yeah, and like it's 2 ways by that. One way is like it go the way where everybody that you close with, you comfortable with, you friends with, they might just tell you something, like tell you doing a good job or tell you something that's good just because they're close to you, just because they know you. So it's like you can't read too much into it, but you can't read not enough into it either. And then like on the other side of that, it's like you might have people trying to tell you like, oh, I don't think you should be doing this. It might be vulgar or offensive, or they might not think it's good. Like you may have family members. Not saying that I had that, because my family honestly overall was receptive of it. It was different for them because they just thought like, oh man, they saw me graduate,
right,
get whatever they thought I was going. But so then they had to get used to me transitioning to something else. But after that, like they support fully. But at the same time, is when I'm sharing my music and different things with them, it's a time where I might hear something negative or somebody might not like the song, but I think of whatever profession they doing.
Mhm.
If I go to their job and I observe them and it's something that I don't know nothing about it, I'm just watching them do their job.
Right.
And I might not think they're doing something, I might comment on it. But I'm on the outside looking in. I don't exactly know what's going on.
Exactly.
So if someone was telling me like, oh, I don't like this song or I don't like that song, I won't go bad on them. Or I'll listen to it, but I know creatively, like if I came out with it, if I got it mixed and mastered to the point where I want to put out, I don't care what nobody got to say. Like that shit dope. I'm standing on it.
What about the OG? What about Moms?
So
how did she hear it?
Moms was surprised. She was surprised because she was thinking like it kind of took her out of left field because I didn't just tell her, oh yeah, no, I just put it out there. She seen it on YouTube. That's how I want to do it because
Okay.
I ain't want to go do too much back. I just want you to see it. Then we go for it after that. But like she said, she ain't know what I had going on. She just knew me going to work, doing whatever every day. Then she see me, it's like, oh man, but now it's everything cool. It's just a adjustment period. But everything was good. They support me. My pops too. He a real good guy. He love music. He give me pointers on like beats and rhythms and like different tempos because he like music, so he got an ear for that kind of stuff. So it's all love with my people. Like they was always behind my back every avenue of my life when it came to playing sports, going off to college, and even with this, they backing me. So I know what they support. It's all good.
Do you have anybody else in the family that has musical talent to where you kind of inherited that from?
Not necessarily that I can think of off the top of my head. What I can say is though, when I was younger, my older brother and my sister boyfriend, they love music a lot. Like just like the normal teenage kids coming up. Around that time, that's when we was getting Cushion Orange Juice, Wiz Khalifa, some of the young, like the Gucci Man tapes, like back in 09, 010 era. Just went all the Wayne tapes, like when music, the mixtapes was really busting back then.
Yes, sir.
Like during that time.
Yes, sir.
So my brother was listening to music. I was always hearing the new songs from him, and then my sister boyfriend, they would just be recording at the house sometimes. So that's when I first got my first taste of music. He don't make music, he didn't pursue it seriously. It was just something they did because they like to mess around and have fun with it.
Yes, sir.
But I can honestly say that's the first time I recorded on the mic and listened back to it, lay something down. So that's what sparked my interest. So from that point on, I always had in the back of my head I'm coming back to this. When the time is right, I'm gonna come back to this.
Okay. The project is 19 minutes. Why so short? And hold on. The way you structured it, how did you structure that to where you wanted 19 minutes, but also the songs lined up? Because how you did it, everything fits perfectly.
So with the whole 19 minute, it's not long. Right now, I'm breaking on to the scene. I want to keep people attention.
Yes.
I know it's 2020. It's a lot going on. I know I'm barely not doing something without looking at my phone. So off top, I know that people are going to be distracted. I'm not going to have a full 100% divided attention. When you hit a song, now I want you to get your head bobbing when you hear that beat. Then just when you get into it, it's done. You like, wait, hold on. You got to play it back.
Play that shit again.
So not only is that another play, because all stats count. Now we get another play, and it's short. Now you're going to go, you more inclined to listen to the whole thing through. I understand that it's people that's making music that whoever that's gonna come in contact with me, they're listening to other people's music as well.
Yes.
I'm not in competition with nobody. I'm just trying to put my bid in. I don't care who putting out a 30-minute or a 20 album,
that.
None of that. I just want to slide my card on the table like a business deal. It's a business deal. I'm cash guy. I got to do everything the business
Talk
way.
your shit,
I'm going to
boy.
slide my business
Talk
card
your
in there,
shit, boy.
get it in, then I'm going to get out. I'm going to leave you on the more. Because now after the first tape, I kind of did it the same way, but this is a little bit longer though. I seen how it went and people was looking for more. I dropped this tape. It's the same way. So I feel like the little method I came up with is working. And then the second part of the question as to how I place them in order.
Yeah.
How I place my tracks in order, like the track listing, I listen to all the beats, and then how the mood I'm feeling, I place them. Or whichever songs that I record, I go to the studio. The first session I do for that mixtape, however they come mix and master, I just put it out. So it ain't really technically no real rhyme or reason. Most times, this is whatever order I do it in, but it sound decent, because just the beats I like using beats that sounded jiggy and vibing.
The way it came, it's like, okay, I got this vibe. I said, okay, when it first came on, be honest, when it first came on, I'm like, okay, well, I don't know where you're going with this, but then in the same track, it changed, and I said, okay, and then the next song came on, I'm like, Yeah. Yeah. Now you got me.
Yep.
Now you got me. You caught my attention right there. So it's like what else do we got on here? So it made it keep playing.
And that first
You a
track, like
strategic nigga,
the
boy.
first track, like you mentioned, I produced that.
Ooh.
I produced that track. So at the beginning part, it's a slower tempo. It's a lot of cash registers, like effects in the background, cash. So that's my tag. If you ever hear cash register on the beat, I made it. So I had that going in, and I know like the tempo is a little different. People, like you said, it's like kind of you trying to figure out exactly where it's at because there's a lot going on. But by the time it slows down and you wrap your mind around it, the beat is changing to something different. Now the first song on the tape, which is the longest, because that's the only song that's 3 minutes.
It's like 3 minutes or something. Yeah.
If I could give you two different emotions on the first track, and that's what only 16 minutes left after that 3 minutes. Oh, you're gonna probably listen to the rest of that. You probably gonna listen to the rest of that.
You a smart nigga, boy. You a smart. You sit back and you a strategic dude.
Yeah.
I know I like you.
You gotta place your cards in the right way, man. That's what my pops told me.
Your style of music. I know you said it was a mood. I know you said how you be feeling, but also it's a certain type of style that it's different. The two people when I heard the whole tape, the two people that I got from there was like a Will.I.am type of joint. You know what I mean? Like it was kind of that, and then the other person was kind of like I want to say a little 2 Chainz somewhere in there. A little 2. Not the new one. The old 2.
Yeah, I like how you said that. Cause that's literally if I was describing my style, like what I'm doing, I'm gonna say you just put me on something. I'm gonna say I'm a mix between somewhere between Will.I.am and 2 Chainz, cause that's perfect.
Yes.
Cause I want to give you production, different elements, but I still want to give you some player shit,
Yes.
some cuts,
And
some
that's
lyrics,
what makes.
But I want to overwhelm you though.
That's why I gravitated towards it, because it gave me that player shit to where I could ride to and I feel good and I got some confidence.
Mm-hmm.
But also it made me feel different. The vibe made me feel different. Ain't nothing I already heard, like the trap shit. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It ain't that. Especially if I'm not in that space, it gave me some different feel. Like I could take this anywhere. I could play this shit anywhere, and it might do something.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's how I want to be.
Yeah.
Like you, I don't want to put myself in no boxes. I never want to put myself in a box. I always want to be able to market myself to anybody. So if I'm making music for anybody to listen to, I'm not making music for one particular group or nobody. I'm making music for everybody. I just want to make something to get people in a good mood, something you could vibe to, but something with content, because it's a line that you could toe there. Because if you get kind of gimmicky and play, people not gonna take you seriously. Like, you know what I mean? So you gotta just give them the right amount. I'll never want to do too much, but I never want to do not enough either. Just always the right amount, and I feel like that's what get the job done for me.
Now, with your, like, we're gonna go back to the dressing right quick. It is different. It's a risk. A lot of people can't pull this off, bro. A lot of niggas can't pull this off, even with the hair, with the glasses. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, and even on your Instagram, you had some other type of glasses, like some Will.I.am type of glasses.
Yeah, always.
And I'm just like,
always.
It's already a separation. So I really ain't gotta say what separates you, because I already see it. Because not a lot of people are into that.
And that's just how I am with it. It's always good because it's just natural. Like I don't have to go out my way to be somebody I'm not. This is just how I always was. So I'm just comfortable in the skin I'm in, and I just go with it. And that's how it is. Like coming up, the fashion thing was just always something that I gravitate to. Like I said earlier, like with my mom's. Then I mean, if you go back, check it, high school, not history, but what they call it, the yearbook. Yeah. You look in the yearbook, best dressed, like it's just because I always did what I wanted to do and didn't care what nobody thought about it. Yeah. Because it's like, it don't matter. Just do what you want to do.
This is personal for me. Personal, very personal. Who the fuck is Jameis Winston?
Jameis Winston,
who the fuck is that guy?
Jameis Winston, that's the quarterback for the Saints right now. He went to my favorite college, Florida State. I'm a big Florida State Seminoles fan. We ain't shit right now, but I'm still watching every week. And that's my dog. That's one of my favorite quarterbacks in the league. The Dallas Cowboys, my favorite team. Make no mistakes about that.
I see it, which I had. We gonna get into that.
But I had to adjust it. I can't mention NFL too without saying Cowboys. I just can't do that. But Winston is he's like one of the best quarterbacks I ever seen from high school, whatever. So I just felt like you know, when I heard that beat, I just felt like how I seen him playing when he was at Florida State. Like just a dog. Like I just felt like a dog like Jameis at Florida State. So Jameis Winston on the song. His jersey number was number 3. So that's why I got the line in the 3 times like Jameis Winston, because his number 3.
Better than that?
No. You're not better than Dak.
I was trying to see where you was at.
He ain't better than Dak.
I was trying to see exactly where you was at.
He ain't better than Dak. He ain't better than Dak. But they both my dogs. They both my dogs.
What type of... I want to stay on this project because I want to know where your mind goes when you come up with a track. What type of, like, how do you get the mood set when you getting ready to write? Do you just wake up? Do you smoke you one? Like what?
Usually it just depends on like the space I'm in. I usually record in advance. I do everything in advance. Like my pops told me, if you stay ready, you don't gotta get ready.
Yes.
So like even now, I had this tape out, but these songs are from like February and March. So I mean, I got like I could put another tape out right now if I want to, because I already got that much amount of music like done and compiled. Mm-hmm. So like I record all my music in blocks and sessions. I get beat packs from my guy, one of my producers. Shout out to Saint Laurent. That's one of my producers, Heavy, one of my boys. I'm messing with Heavy right now.
Shout out.
Yep. He send me like beats every day. And then I just listen to him. I always play him like whatever I'm doing that day. Just listen to it when I'm playing 2K at the crib or Madden or whatever, Tony Hawk Pro Skater, whatever I'm playing at the crib. I just listen to the beats all day, and I really just play the game or watch sports. So I just listen to the music all day, and I'm listening to so much music as to the point where I'm like freestyling in my head. I'm even freestyling out loud playing a game. My dog looking at me like, he talking to me. I'm like, man, this man just did. I'm trying to play the game and think of something new right now. Damn. But it's like by the time I get to the studio, it just come back to my head because I don't write nothing down. So it's like by the time I get back to the studio, I just recant that. Just like it's the same like when you hit the stage, as soon as you hit a beat and then you instantly remember the words to your performance. Because before I started rapping, I always thought that like, how do people remember all the songs, like they lyrics to the songs? But it's just like it take you back to whatever you was doing at that time when you first heard the beat,
yeah,
and the lyrics come back. So it's the same way. I come up with some melodies in my head, come up with the lyrics. It might not be the full song, but it's enough for me to, by the time I go back to the studio, then I flame back up before I start that song. Whatever I had previously, it just come back to my head. Then that's the song.
Bro, you smoke a lot. His manager over here smoking right here. He's smoking, which is great, which is cool. Bro, you smoke a lot. So please tell me, how the hell do you remember all this? Because I got a lyric for you. Because I told you I did my digging. Nigga, you said in one of your lyrics, and it made me laugh. Because I'm like, how the fuck? You said, I'm too high because I'm too high. I don't make no plans.
Yeah, that's how I get sometimes. That's how it be sometimes. I mean,
so if you don't make no plans because you're too high, nigga, how do you remember all these lyrics in these songs?
Because if I gotta make plans, I'm required to do something. Like I gotta go out, get in the car, get in wherever I'm doing, car, Uber, go to where I'm going. Then when I get to that destination, I gotta deal with people. It's just so much random stuff that go on a random grocery store trip, for instance. Mm-hmm. It's like, man, by the time I get to it's literally times where I get to Walmart and the line is so long, I just walk out and leave the groceries right there. Like I'm not waiting in that line, bro. Like it's just not about to happen. Like I'm high, like nah, don't have the patience for that. It's just, and then I just order the groceries. Like I don't know why I just did do this in the first place. But I mean, I don't something about the music. It come back to me. It's like, cause I kind of look at it like it's like my brain food kind of, and it get me in my creative mood. That's to answer the question. That's why like I smoke so much, cause it just the creative mood, like it just I don't know. It's like I feel like I'm able to create whenever. It's like if I'm whatever, like I'm sober, whatever. It's cool, but I don't know.
He said it's cool.
I hear beats and then I start rapping and it's cool, but then it's like wait, hold on, I might hear that beat. I might have 3 separate songs just off one freestyle, off one beat. My manager right here tell you, we pull up a beat, I freestyle. He pick a beat. I freestyle on it for 10 straight minutes, and from that 10 straight minutes, it's a recorded audio. We might comprise that to 3 different songs.
Okay.
Cause that's just how I go with it. But it stays this in the mental. But I don't know. That's a good question though. I thought it would affect me too, but once I started performing, it didn't. So I'm like, all right, I still got it.
Let's switch over. We're gonna we stand on this track because we stand on this this project because it's very important, man, and it's showing a lot of you, and also it's showing you like the different colors of you. If you were like a painting, it's like, man, okay, but when everything comes together, it makes sense, and we get who you are. You got some big names, some big title names on here, which catches people attention again.
Yep.
I see what you did. You got Ezekiel Elliott.
That dog Zeke, best running back in the league.
My personal favorite song on there, Skip Bayless.
Skip Bayless. That man been on your TV every morning, every day. That's how I'm trying to be. I'm trying to be on people, man. I want people looking at me, listen to that music every day like they're looking at Skip Bayless.
And KD.
Oh, that dog. KD's can't wait till he come back. That's my favorite player. I was a huge Kobe fan. R.I.P.
R.I.P. Kobe.
And that was like my favorite athlete of all time. And like once he retired, it was like D Rose and KD pretty much. Then D Rose was like up and down. He's still a dog. He still have it.
Yeah.
But as far as like postseason wise, he wasn't there towards the end of the season. KD was there. Then he joined them the Golden State. And it was over with after that. I really like him. That's Golden State my team though. So it was just a match made. KD, Golden State, it was over with after that. So now that he moved on, I still rock with him. That's why I had to give him a song.
Engineer, we're gonna edit that just a little bit. We ain't gonna let that shit get out. We ain't gonna let that get out. We gonna edit that just a little bit. But why the big names though? Why the songs they played out how they played out, but why the big names though?
So the big names, Young Thug had a project that dropped, and I liked how he did the names. I noticed he did that. He had like Wyclef Jean, Rihanna, like just different titles out there. You know, different people. I guess he admired in some like sort of fashion, and I kind of guess like with mine, I was kind of in that same space. It's just people that like. It's some aspect of what they do that I want to incorporate into my game to get me to the top of my field, like just like them. Like Skip, dedicated journalist, one of the best guys on TV every day. How he stand on his business, whether he right or wrong, he not coming off that. Zeke, like just how he playing on the field, dog. KD, I like how just different things like that. Like it's just different things because I like sports a lot, right? And just like media culture a lot. So it's just things I take from them and try to add to my arsenal. And that's where it came from.
It seemed like you having fun, bro. It seemed with this whole music thing, it seemed like you having a ball.
Yeah, I could say it's definitely the most fun I had in my whole life.
Like this ain't a hobby for you. And where are you trying to take this path?
I'm trying to take this path as far as it's gonna take me. Well, I'm trying to hijack the path and then take it as far as I want to take it. I want to put it in that term because I always feel like. I know they say like you can control, like they always tell you in sports and your parents when you come up like don't only worry about the things you control. You can control what you can control. But in this area, I feel like I'm in full control. So I want the full everything, I could get out of it. And it's just more so for me. I just like you said, how you said like the vibes and how people tell me how they feel when they hear the music. I want people to feel how I feel when I made the music. Because I know like it'll put them in a good space. And I know,
high nigga?
No, just like having a good time doing whatever you want to do, standing on what you believe in, and just doing things your way. That's what I'm all about. At the end of the day, you gotta have structure, you gotta have morals, but you work that into doing things your way. You operate the right way, you'll get the job done. That's how I feel like in music. I'm not in it for the short game or trying to
Big facts.
I wanna. Someday I want to be at the top, owning a Epic or a Universal or something like that.
Who are some of the inspirations, like your inspirations, musically wise?
Musically wise, I would say a lot of my inspirations. It might sound surprising, but it stems from like older artists. And
Oh,
not
shit.
and
Now
not
you
even
talk, now you talking about, come on,
and
come
not
on.
even necessarily like hip hop artists. I mean, you might on the before I came here on my playlist shuffle, I had some Sunshine Anderson on there. Shut You Down.
Ooh, come on now.
I had some Wayne Wonder. I had
Okay.
some Wayne Wonder on there.
Okay.
Meant to Be. I'm listening to everything. I mean, I'm listening to some Earth, Wind and Fire, Devotion Live. That's honestly where a lot of my inspiration comes from. R&B music. R&B music.
Now you talking my shit.
R&B artists put they all in them songs.
Yes, they do.
They not trying to impress nobody. They not trying to flex. They put whatever they feeling at that time. That's what they put in them songs.
Yes.
Like whatever I'm hearing at that beat during that time, like I'm playing the game or I'm talking about different shit. Like that's because that's what's going on while I'm sitting there high playing the game with my like. I literally in the song I said go let Kobe out. Like I had to like come on go let Kobe like whatever's going on in them times. Like that's what makes it to my music. That's why I keep it real. I don't want to write nothing down. So that's how that's just where I'm at with that.
How do you continue to build the brand? And it's the mindset of the business growing as you grow.
To continue to build the brand, I feel like I just got to keep excelling at what I'm doing. Like perfect example, I revert everything back to sports. No trash ball players. You don't see them with no endorsements, no deals, no commercials. They fighting for a roster spot. They fighting for playing time. So you got that on your plate. You can't be worried about other things right now.
Yeah.
And where I'm at with things is like I'm breaking into that field. I'm getting in there. So when I get in there, I want to be a player. I want to make plays. I want to be able to do whatever I want to do. And I feel like I hold the keys to do that. So I'm just trying to keep everything straight now with that. Just keep pursuing things. Keep going in with that. Keep putting out great music. That's the number one way to build your brand. Keep putting out things that's different. I don't want to be put in a box. Notice like the two people that you kind of said I put you in the mood are is nobody local, no drill artist, like no disrespect to nobody like that, but it's just not what I want to be. I feel like that's not going to get to the end result. I feel like during that era is like, I ain't gonna say it came and passed because we still tee up to that. We love the music today.
Yes, sir. Yes,
but
sir.
just I'm at the end result and the overall climate of music. Like I say I want to make music for everybody. Everybody can relate to that music. So by me continuing to make great music, that would then lead to me opening big opportunities to get features and working on different things with bigger artists. Like just
commercial
recently,
spots with the music.
I mean, like within the past day, I just secured a huge feature. I'm gonna put that out next Friday.
Ooh.
I ain't gonna say too much. Some people call this artist a legend. To me, he a legend. He a legend to me.
Where you from?
He's a viral artist.
Where you from?
California.
Okay.
I'm gonna give y'all that.
Okay.
But it's like you said, how do I continue to market myself? By making great music. Because that's how I was able to get in contact with this artist through the great music. There's other avenues like different like producers. I mean, it's literally Grammy nominated producers in my DMs right now, like wanting to work, do different things. That's just because of the music. So I'm not focused on nothing else. I don't want money. I don't want fame, notoriety. I just want to put out good music to help other people feel good, make them feel good. And I feel like by continuing to do that, the rest gonna take care of itself.
Well, you gotta want the money to keep dressing the way you dress. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. My
Gucci
name
down, man.
My name Cash Cab, but you know what my mama told me, you don't have to worry about that. What you know is taken care of already. I know that's gonna be there for me. Why am I worried about that? I know my name Cash Cab. Come on. I want the money, of course, but that's not what's driving me. Like the number one thing for me is the music, to make people feel good, put people in them places to enjoy the other things. Because your job will take care of everything else.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, this is my job. Like that's how my parents raised me. Like, yo, if you go to your job, you don't get in people no problems. You do what you're supposed to. At the end of that, whatever week, 2 weeks, whatever, you're gonna get your check. It's my job. So if I do what I'm supposed to, stay straight and narrow, don't put no negative energy out there. At the end of that period, whatever, I'm gonna have my check. So that's the way I'm going with it.
Yo, people sound like they. What do you mix? You mix with it ain't fully black with you.
I mean, my daddy from Clearwater, my mama from 87th, I think.
Hey, you got some Haitian? None of that? No Jamaican, no. kind of get some. It's something. It's something I'm picking up. I don't know what it is, but I don't know. It might be the Florida shit.
Yeah,
It might be the Florida shit. Okay. But the business side of the game, like, is your mind ready for that business? Because as shit come in, contracts, bro, it dilutes the music because it dilutes your mind, and a lot of time artists say, man, I hate the business side of it.
yeah.
It drains me this side. So is your mind mentally prepared for that business side?
Yep. And like we talked about earlier, I waited until I've been putting out music since February, so I didn't release no music. I was 24 years old. Right. So I went to college. I got the degree. I got a formal business education. I took business law classes. I learned about contracts, just different things from a business standpoint. Then after college, I went into work. I worked in fields, like I did budgets, I did management. I had to do all that different kind of stuff. So as far as that goes, I feel like I'm ready for it just because of my upbringing. And also too, I'm not in a position where it's, oh man, it's just gonna change my life. Like I know, like I'm getting by every day. I'm doing what I gotta do. Like I got a clear mind. I'm focused on work, so I know that'll be there for me.
Okay.
I know that it's gonna be good. I just be humble with everything, but know what I'm worth in certain situations too. Know what I'm gonna go for, what I'm not gonna go for, and just rely on that, trusting my ability, just like I did in ball. It got me where I needed to get me. So just keep it like that going forward. Keep it simple, stupid, like the coaches say.
Now I'm gonna take it down just a little notch because I wanna, just get a little serious with you and get your take on it. Like, what is your mindset of the racial injustice that's happening
right now
with the Breonna Taylor, the George Floyd, the rest of our people?
It's terrible every day. It seems like it's something every single day. It's not getting no better. It really doesn't matter from the standpoint of, I'm saying it doesn't matter from the standpoint of, it don't matter what they see, like as far as the reaction, people looted. And it's like literally like the day that looting was going on, it was still some injustice as far as like police brutality. It's a simple thing if you ask me. The police know what they here for. They supposed to serve and protect the community. We shouldn't be scared of them. They shouldn't be scared of us. But at the same time though, we can't live in a world without police, because it'll be a wild, wild west.
Yes,
you know what I mean? So I think it's on us, first of all, to start with us, to try to, in our communities where we live at, try to see to it. We gotta know the laws, we gotta know the legislations, we gotta know these certain things that's going on that's not okay. We gotta start in our own backyard first. Because I feel like by the time we do that, then we'll put ourselves in a position to escalate to other things. But I think it's just terrible. I hate to see it. It's literally to the point, bro, I don't like watching the news. Cause I don't watch the news. I don't watch the news. I don't like watching news because seeing that. And I know, like, I don't want to get too deep. That's why I'm like trying to watch what I say, because I don't want to get, like I said, get too deep. But I do feel like a strong way about the subject. I think it's terrible what's going on. I think it's things that could be done and be changed. And I feel like with my platform, I'm going to do what I can do, what I know I could do to make sure I could do what I can to make sure stuff like that don't happen anymore, or do my best to do what I can do.
Are you going to put a few messages subliminal, not even subliminal, but are you going to put any of the messages of what you think into some of your music?
What the thing about that is, I think that my music, my platform that I get for music, should allow me to then delve into that things like separately. Like, you know what I mean? From the standpoint of, in music, I might be talking about something that's not serious. I never really made a politically anthem type record, like, you know what I mean? So then for me to now do that, I feel like I would be like trying to ride a wave, and I wouldn't necessarily be doing it for the right reasons, because I have strong feelings in the way that I think change can be made. I don't want to intertwine that, because then I think I'm not being genuine. Because when I see other people do that, it really pisses me off, because I don't think it's genuine. I won't call no names, like no artist
But if
names.
it comes natural, bro, if it comes natural, you wake up and you feel a certain way about it and you want to express it, why not?
I just don't think personally, I don't think it's that effective. I don't think it's effective because I think the reception that you get from outward is like like okay, yeah, he just riding the wave, he just doing this. He haven't been doing this the whole time. Like I feel like if I came out as a conscious rapper, like awoke, like you know what I mean, and then stay in that anything other than that, I feel like it'll be kind of like riding the wave, and I feel like I could do things better than like including my music. Get things more seriously, like you know what I mean. Do things in a better route as opposed to that, because I feel like people won't take me as seriously because of other stuff I'm talking about.
But what we just talked about though, if you are you and you really don't care what people say, you just put it out. Why not? Sometimes it's needed. Sometimes it's needed. But if you really feel that way and it's genuine and it comes off your heart, why not, bro?
I just think like I don't know. I just think it get like a sticky situation between like imposing it in the music. I'd rather be the person that's has a bill changed in his city disallowing police rear naked choking people out or putting a foot in people's neck, like you know what I mean, as opposed to me saying in the song like police should stop doing it. Because me saying police need to stop doing these things is one thing, but then it's like, oh, I just said that, I didn't do no further action. Because the people that I see doing that, that's exactly what's going on, and they making these songs, they saying different things, but their actions don't follow it up. So to me, it's just like you only doing it because you don't want to get canceled or you want people to think you really down for the cause, but you really not. It's kind of sellouty to me, like, you know what I mean? So like, I could kind of say that turned me off from like mixing messages like that with my music to begin with. Before I started making music, I didn't really like that kind of thing. So like now that I'm in it, I try to just keep it separate.
I get it. One more serious question, real quick. As a black young man, are you scared?
Yeah, definitely. You have to be. I mean, there's stuff going on every day. How could you not? Anybody that's saying they not is lying. If anytime you see the police, you sitting back.
We do shit that's not normal. We get uncomfortable.
Like I shouldn't. When I see the police, I shouldn't have to like sit back. When I see the police, I shouldn't have to put myself on more of a guard.
Yes.
When I know my counterparts, there's some of my counterparts in this world that don't have to do that.
Yes.
And I think it's just terrible. Okay. I think it's terrible, and I definitely, and it's like I said, get to the police like my people told me, yes sir, no sir, yes sir, no sir, short and sweet. Just give me my ticket, send me on my way, nothing more, nothing less. It ain't no shouting out. It ain't about being nothing, because you know what they doing to people. So I just try to keep it short and simple with them folks.
Now we're gonna get it before we get up out of here. We got a game.
Okay.
The 10 name game.
Oh yeah,
this is what I call it.
Podcast.
You've been watching it?
I've been waiting for this.
So you ready for it?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna fire off 10 things or 10 names. You gotta give me your answer in a one-word answer. Ready for it?
Yep.
Let's do it. Cardi B.
Single. She just divorced that nigga. That's the first thing that came to my mind.
The Cowboys.
America's team.
That's not a one-word answer.
That's the only answer I could give. You know it, baby. How about them Cowboys?
Not black men, but niggas.
That's all I got for it.
Just a sigh.
Cause me and bro had seen something in the store yesterday, and they it was. I ain't gonna get it.
Okay. Sammy Davis Jr.
Timeless.
Nipsey.
Legend.
God.
Boss. Top one.
Dragon Ball Z.
Damn, I can only say one word. Love. I love that shit.
The Undertaker.
Dum.
The theme music. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. Life.
Game. Life is a game. You just gotta play your cards right, really. It sounds cliche, but that's literally the truth. If you set yourself up right, you make strategic moves, you don't do things that's gonna backfire on you, you end up winning at the end of the game.
That's interesting. Last one. Cash Kai.
Instant gratification out on all platforms now. I'm sorry, I had to sneaky geek that.
Okay. Okay. Clap it up for him. Okay.
Hey.
Now, last question. We got to make it quick before we can get up out of here. What does instant gratification mean to you?
Instant gratification means being your own boss, standing on whatever you want to believe in, but doing what you got to do to get the job done. It ain't always pretty. Sometimes you got to do the dirty work. That's what people don't understand. They just see with music, with any profession that you see people that's excelling, you just see the glitz and glamour. But they rolled their sleeves up a lot. They did a lot of dirty work. They probably did some shit they don't want to talk about, but they had to get the job done.
I understand.
That's what I believe in, getting the job done.
I appreciate you, my brother.
I appreciate you for having me on, bro.
Man, bro, you are amazing. You are a star, just like the Cowboys logo. And I can't wait for people to see your talent, man. Everybody to see your talent. Thank you, my brother. I owe you.
No problem, bro. It means a lot to me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. To me.
Now, tell everybody, give them all your social handles so they can catch up with you and get that instant gratification.
One Cash Cow on Instagram, Cash Cow on YouTube. That's it. Cash Cow on all platforms. Instant gratification on all platforms. I got 4 videos on YouTube. We getting busy. Don't get left.
Real quick. I don't want to leave the show without it. Brother Will, can I get 2 minutes, please? Just 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I need a freestyle from you, my brother. They need to see this. They need to see this. Come on, give me some. We ain't got no beat. We ain't got no beat in here. We need. Come on with it.
We don't need no beat. I say, it's Mr. Gotta smoke 2 woods before I leave the fucking house, though. I came through like Falco. My bitch came through like Gwyneth Paltrow. I flow like outro. Racks in my pants, they fit like gauchos. Ran to that check. That's the route that I chose. That's what I got for him.
That's what you got?
That's all I got for him.
Okay. All right. Everybody please go get that instant gratification, man. It dropped today. So by the time this come out, you guys can just go ahead, stop this, but come back and then, go play that and all this.
Get you a dark style roll up and listen to that.
As y'all know how to get in touch with me, man. The official _Young Gotti on IG, on Facebook. Please get with me, Irvin Woods Jr. Go to the Gotti's World podcast fan page. Also, I got my merch, the Young God merch. Please go cop that any way y'all can. Just cash at me the money. And other than that, bruh, I want to end this by saying thank you, God, for this episode. Thank you, God, for this young brother in front of me, Cash Kai. Thank you, his manager. Thank you, my brother, for being here. Thank you, God, for this brother here. Also, my engineer, the owner, Envion Studios. Thank you, God, for these people here to make all this happen. And this is the Gotti's World podcast, man. Another beautiful one. We out of here. Yeah.
Say the titties out. Newness, here's the anthem. Put your hand up that you shoot with. Count your loot with. Push the pool stick in your new crib. Same hand that you